Everyone keeps hearing the term rare earth metals and imagines they exist only in China. But the truth is very different. These elements aren't rare because they don't exist. They're rare because they're extremely difficult and costly to extract and refine. And the refining process produces massive environmental pollution. These materials power almost everything around us. From microchips, smartphones, and electric vehicles to military guidance systems and renewable energy technologies. Whoever controls their refining controls a key part of the global economy. After the late 1980s, China realized that oil and gas would remain essential, but it didn't have enough reserves to meet its enormous domestic demand. So Beijing turned to a new source of strategic power: rare earth metals. Since the 1990s, the Chinese government has heavily supported mining and refining companies through loans, tax breaks, and infrastructure investments, while Western companies pulled out due to high environmental costs and strict regulations. In California, for example, the Mountain Pass mine was shut down in 2002. After toxic waste contaminated groundwater, China filled the gap, accepting environmental risks in exchange for global dominance. Today, China refines over 70% of the world's rare earth elements. Any export decision from Beijing can disrupt entire industries, from electronics to defense and electric vehicles. In 2023, China imposed export restrictions on gallium and germanium, two critical materials used in semiconductors, communications, and solar panels. In response, the U.S. Department of Energy announced a $1 billion funding plan in 2025 to strengthen domestic mining and refining capacity, while Washington also signed agreements with Australia and Canada to expand processing facilities outside China. As tensions rise, other countries, including Australia, Canada, and India, are starting to ease environmental restrictions to fill the potential supply gap left by Beijing. Industrial demand now outweighs environmental concerns, at least in the short term. But this strategy carries big risks. If China continues to tighten its export controls, the world could face a real economic decoupling between China and the West. Europe would likely be the first to welcome it. After its electric vehicle market suffered under the pressure of low-cost Chinese competition, and it stands to benefit the most from reducing dependence on Chinese supply chains. Yet in the long term, China could become the biggest loser, as its high-value industries still rely heavily on Western markets. A full economic split could cost Beijing billions and weaken its industrial influence globally. Now, all eyes are on the upcoming summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping, scheduled to take place during the APEC 2025 meeting in South Korea at the end of October. The two leaders are expected to discuss all these issues, from rare earth exports and tech restrictions to the future of global trade relations. But if they fail to reach a clear agreement, President Trump has stated he will move toward a complete economic decoupling from China, with the backing of America's European allies, a decision that could become the toughest economic test since the Cold War. Do you think Trump and Xi will manage to ease tensions? Or are we heading toward a real economic separation between East and West? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more factual global insights from Trend Fact Report.